It is like you can't do a lot of damage if you get on top of somebody with that scatter blast. You can chain stun them down between that and the cookie. You can do a lot of damage with the little shredder. But Mortimer Kisses feel a little bit underwhelming without something like a Chronosphere to back it up, which I imagine is going to be like the next ban here from Hokori. You still don't have a safe lane carry on D2 Hustlers.
That's true.
But we'll see if they grab something else. You do have a couple of saves on your side. You've got Bane, you've got Tusk with the Snowball. Though you're not able to pull people out of the Chronosphere to the Snowball anymore, you can still grab them before the Chronosphere comes out or afterwards, and the last damage from the Snapfire is coming out. So even if they have their faces for it, they do have their work cut out for them.
They really need to find something that can stop the Snapfire ult too. The problem is you see Bane and Tusk already. And Tusk is like your best bet at trying to be able to find the Snapfire, but he does need a Blink Dagger for that. All right, they've got Kunkka. You can long-range Torrent. It's still going to be a little bit difficult, though, to get your hands on this Snapfire. A hero like a Spectre might not be a bad pick here for Hokori, but I'd imagine we see that banned out most likely here on D2 Hustlers.
Yeah. Especially if we just saw it the last series. It's probably in the forefront of people's minds. Absolutely amazing game out of Angel last time around.
5 seconds.
We'll see shortly. They get rid of the Troll Warlord instead. I'm surprised that this hero's gotten a little bit more popular. And yeah, I'm not surprised about the Faceless Void. That one just seemed like a little bit of a no-brainer. That with the Tide Hunter, being able to combo up those two huge ultimates. It'd be too much to deal with. The setup for the Mortimer Kisses. Alongside the Faceless Void, they ban out the Slark on D2 Hustlers. Sven's already gotten rid of it. That's like number one thing that comes to mind if I was seeing Slark ban out. I don't
it's
know.
just
Maybe
really good against the Tide Hunter.
It
like destroys the Tide Hunter lane.
Yeah.
They could go for the Spectre themselves here. That could be the play for D2 Hustlers is like picking up the Spectre themselves, kind of deny picking it for Hokori, and there's not many good carry matchups left. The Phantom Lancer isn't bad here for Hokori if they decide to go that route, but we'll see. That's a hero I feel like doesn't get picked enough for how good it is, but
yeah, I mean, you do have to bring it to the late game. It doesn't feel as good as it was with the Shard nerfs and the Talent nerf. You can't spam out the Phantom Lance like you used to be able, Spirit Lance rather, like you used to be able to. They get rid of the Medusa here instead. I guess they're just worried about the ultra late game if they're getting rid of the Sven, the Faceless Void, and the Medusa. They'll probably get a faster paced carrier. It could even be Bloodseeker playing position 1. They could get something completely different for their 3 here on Hokori.
Yeah, one thing I always think about when you're playing against D2 Hustlers, Yuma loves his Magnus, so the safe lane Magnus is pretty much always a pocket pick for these heroes, and it's not something that you really want to like respect ban out in this last phase. Like giving them the choices of the Faceless Void or the Medusa hero would have been pretty rough, but you can't always go for the Magnus for Yuma, obviously. But I think there's several good heroes here. The Phantom Lancer, Magnus, and Spectre are the ones that I would say are probably the top 3 that are still in the pool. The Terrorblade, not as much into the Tusk Bloodseeker, but we'll see.
Yeah. 1 minute left. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Terrorblade into the Tusk Bloodseeker. You do have to worry about the Bane as well. It deals pretty well with the Kunkka.
Radiant's turn to pick.
There it is.
Magnus.
Yeah, that's the Yuma Classic. It's one of those things that he's just so comfortable on. Like he's been playing this like safe lane Magnus since the qualifiers, so of the last tournament. He's just been playing safe lane Magnus for a long time now. He's had a lot of success on it, and D2 Hustlers really know how to play around the hero. So I like the pick. Works well with Tide Hunter. Gives you another big ultimate in the form of the RP, similar to the idea with the Faceless Void. Set up for the Mortimer Kisses as well as even potential follow up there for the Ravage. So I like this a lot. It's a really good pick.
All right, last pick here from Hokori. Do they have enough damage to burst through a hero like Terrorblade? They've got a lot of chain lockdown between the Void Spirit, the Magnus, and the Tide Hunter. It wouldn't be awful here. They take the Gyrocopter instead.
That is definitely a classic RDO hero, so this kind of makes sense. I mean, they definitely want something that they know they can play fast with that still beats the Tide Hunter in lane. Granted, some people go ahead and try and skip the rocket barrage. I think with Bane, we'll probably see RDO open, missile level 1, rocket barrage 2, and try and play aggressive here onto this Tidehunter. But yeah, D2 Hustlers and Hokori, solid draft from both teams, honestly.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the gyrocopter. It slipped my mind. I think that RDO is probably going to pop off on this one. I'm not sure. Even with a bunch of lockdown, they're going to be able to burst him down. Once he has like a satanic, if he gets a paladin sword, it'd be even worse for them. So I'm actually I'm gonna say it. Can I say I'm with D2 Hustlers unless Hokori gets a paladin? Excuse me, a paladin sword for Hokori. I'm not allowed to say that. All right, then in that case, I'm with Hokori. Misho's the best player in the world. You just don't know it yet. I'm gonna have to betray my boy, Mr. Jeans, on his Void Spirit. Hokori's gonna win game number 1 here. Who are you with, Ricky? You're still down a single point on me today. How are you gonna come back into this?
There's not a lot of Dota to be played left today, so we'll see if we can make it work. But I'm going D2 Hustlers. I see Yuma Magnus, and it is very strong. So that's how I'm feeling.
You see Monster, North America's last hope,
on his Tidehunter. I mean, it's going to be a rough Tidehunter lane. Like I said, a lot of this is going to come down to how they decide to actually play the lane here on Gardic and RDO. Like, if they want to actually play the aggressive Bane Gyro lane, going like Nightmares into homing missiles and stuff like that, they can do a lot of damage. But he might just opt to go the stats and flak cannon build and just try and farm.
Yeah, that's gotten a lot less popular. I think people have realized that Rocket Barrage is like all of your abilities on Gyrocopter are way too good to pass up for the stats. I mean, once in a while people still go the stats build, but I think it's fallen off now. I'm more curious about the item build. A lot of people they've started going Chrysalis as their first item, which makes sense, especially if you're picking up a Satanic. Going for the Chrysalis for extra farming speed, especially when you've got Flak Cannon on your side, lets you lifesteal more. So I prefer that over the Maelstrom. We'll see though. If you're playing into a Tidehunter lane, certainly you don't go the stats build. You want to be able to rocket barrage him down, threaten him inside the lane, right?
See, that's what I was saying, and the problem is we've seen this exact matchup probably a dozen times in this tournament, and it's legitimately been like 50-50 if they go rocket barrage or just flak stats. And it's really bizarre because I feel like the Tidehunter just gets a free lane and ends up being a big issue for the Gyrocopter team if you don't go the rocket barrage. But still paused up for the moment. I'm not really sure why. Who are we waiting on? It's like we're waiting on Hokori here.
Well, it gives us a chance to break down some of these lanes. Vitaly is going to be on the Bloodseeker here. Misho on the Tusk. He played an absolutely insane Nyx's Acid game last time I saw him. I'm looking forward to his performance on Tusk this game. It's always crazy watching Snowball and Ice Shard outplays on this hero.
Oh.
All right, looks like we're good to go.
All right. Some good manners from both teams here, which I love to see, right? A lot of good luck, have funs. No BM here. So we've got Analog on his mid lane. Kunkka is something we've seen him have a lot of success with in the tournament. And just in general, Kunkka has had a lot of success for a lot of teams. This hero has had a great tournament showing so far.
He's a great frontliner. You can build a lot of different items on him. He does a lot of damage from the mid lane as well. There's just so many things Kunkka's good at right now.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of just the like AC BKB build, stuff like that.
But not enough to predict Hokori this game with D2 Hustlers instead.
I think like they've just got a lot of like really solid team fight here on the side of D2 Hustlers, and I don't think the gyrocopter is going to be enough to carry them through it.
Well, that's fine. You're welcome to the incorrect opinion, as you learned in game number 1 today.
Wait, I thought you said you were on D2 Hustlers.
No, I'm with Hokori.
Oh, okay.
I think that he'll probably get a Paladin Sword in the gyrocopter, and then he'll win the game, because I won't be able to outdamage him through his heal. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right.
I need a little bit more time right now on Hokori, it looks like. A bit disappointed that I just want to see Dota, man. I don't want to see none of this pause stuff. These people had like 20 minutes before the game. I know I arrived late, so it's, you know, I'm pretty... not exactly making an argument for myself here. All right, we're good to go.
Why were you late, Neph?
Hmm?
Why were you late to the game?
I was looking at flights from Frankfurt to Romania.
Oh,
I wanted to get on flight 1420 because it was funny, but that one's more expensive than alternate flights.
I see.
It did have the funny number on it though.
That is quite that would have been funny. I give it to you.
Yeah, but it was like twice as expensive as a different flight earlier in the day.
That's less funny.
No, yeah. So that's what I was doing during the break. I'm going to be spending a little bit of time in Germany before I make my way over to TI Bucharest. I'll be visiting my good friend Kazkron. Shout out to him. #1 tech support.
He's last time I heard he liked me more than you.
Yeah, I'm meaner to him.
Yeah.
I can get quite mean at times.
We've got a tri-lane here, starting off by D2 Hustlers with Yodomi being in the bottom lane. I imagine he's going to move his way top eventually, but try and just give a quick level 2 to the Magnus here, since he's probably not under too much pressure from the Tusk Bloodseeker. Well, they actually got a fantastic block. He's going to have to come up right away.
I mean, you say that they're not under too much pressure here, but I disagree. Yodomi's already taken heavy harass here. Yodomi, godlike player, by the way. If it wasn't for the fact that Gyrocopter is just way too good and you pick an amazing carry on your side, I would be with D2 Hustlers here. Yodomi, Mr. Jeans, Divai Llama, Monster, and, you know, Yuma, I guess.
Wow.
Absolutely sick team. Yuma, I'm so sorry. It was a joke. Don't tell him I said that.
Okay.
Someone's DMing him right now.
So, Divai Llama in the bottom lane just picked up Lil Shredder level 1, and as soon as RDO drops the missile, it's just instantly cleared. So, it's been quite funny so far.
Yeah, it's same sort of logic as against a Tombstone or against a Phoenix Egg. You don't get your ability, and
Ooh,
he's
Gardic
farm. He's gonna
really far forward here.
Yeah,
In comes the missile. It's going to snap on top of the Snapfire, and there's the Rocket Barrage, level 2. He ends up holding the point for a moment, but realizes he needs that damage, so. Gonna grab first blood in the bottom lane, and meanwhile, top Yodomi taking a lot of damage from the tag team, and Blood Ride as well. Yuma. Oh, his salve's gonna get popped as well. That is a oh, it didn't. Wait a minute.
Oh,
did he double salve?
Are we sure? Are we sure? He might have double salved. I wasn't paying super close attention. I was more so surprised he ended up going Ice Shard instead of the snowball there. Huh. But yeah, Yodomi's gonna be just fine. Healed up to full now. Top lane, or bottom lane rather. Missile comes out after the Nightmare onto Divine Llama. Not able to Little Shredder that one off, and you're just gonna go down again to RDO.
Yeah, that is the strength of this lane, right? The Nightmare sets up for an arrow, for the missile, and there's no way to stop it. So, really smart there.
Yeah. So top lane, bottom lane, both a lot of pressure coming out. I mean, they managed to force the regen pretty early out of Yodomi, and the bottom lane they find 2 kills. One of them going the way of RDO, so get his items out to himself that much faster. Right now, he's just sending, finishing up his magic wand, going Band of Elfskin afterwards. You do need the stick/wand against the Tidehunter in lane, especially if you want to be spamming out your Rocket Barrage. So you get to use his number one farming tool, the Anchor Smash, against him. Uses him as a battery, run him down with the Rocket Barrage. And when you're up against Bane as well, he's going to be able to Nightmare you. You can get on top of him that much quicker with the homing missile. So difficult lane for sure for Monster down here. He's been doing all right for himself so far, though, at 12-3.
Yeah, absolutely.
While in the mid lane, I know you are a big fan of Kunkka. I'm a big fan of Mr. Jeans. We could talk about this matchup a little bit.
It's actually going pretty even. Mr. Jean's farming pretty well. He does have 2 points into the Resonant Pulse to try and give him a little bit of that shield absorption. And just trying to reduce some of the damage that this Kunkka can do from these Tidebringer Cleaves.
Mm-hmm. So you have to play around with that one a little bit. He isn't going the Dissimulate build that you prefer going. You know, the lower cooldown, the bigger burst damage. It just farms so much faster, right?
Sometimes you, like, if you can go the Dissimulate build, you should. But in this matchup, I think he does need to have multiple points in the Resonant Pulse here. Otherwise, he's going to get punished.
Yeah, I guess the shield kind of makes sense. I think the lane will move more in favor of Kunkka as it goes on, because you were forced to go the Resonant Pulse, and you'd kind of be kicking yourself for not going to Dissimulate to farm faster.
So much blood.
I want a video. How much pause time is left, admin? Where's admin?
I don't know. Still having sound issues with Discord, it seems, for the side of D2 Hustlers.
Dude, I just want video games, man.
Just to be clear, if I call you mate, I don't mean it literally.
Yuma's not doing amazing for last hits again. There's a lot of pressure coming out from the top line. I think it's going to be up to on Mr. Jeans to be able to secure these other lanes once he hits level 6.
Just
but
to be clear,
you're pretty far off that right now. Still only a quarter way to 5. Monster as well. He's going to be working on her Defiance this game, which you do kind of need. If you're up against his Rocket Barrage build from RDO, you'll be able to sustain a lot of the harass coming out from him. The barrier will save you a lot of time, especially with the Nightmare setup that they're going to have. Tidehunter, at the very least, will be pretty tanky this game until the Gyrocopter is in the late with like Aghanim Scepter, Daedalus, or potentially Silver Edge. We don't know what he's going to get. Silver Edge wouldn't be too bad against both the Tidehunter and the Abaddon, though. If you can quickly burst him down before he's able to react, it'll stop his ultimate from proccing. Break actually does apply to the passive component of Abaddon's ultimate. He's always able to pop his ult, as long as it's not silenced. But with the break applied to him, it's not going to go off automatically. It's Gardic got coming out to himself right now. I guess just a couple of items in his neutral stash. He's got himself Boots of Speed. I don't think he's going to be able to find any early rotations onto the mid lane or anything like that. Set up on a Mr. Jean is going to be kind of difficult, especially once he hits level 6. For Monster, he's not going to go down to the Bane either once the 100 Defiance is completed, so things are going to be a little bit slow. Your thoughts on all that, the Tidehunters game?
I mean, I kind of agree. I think like a lot of what this lane matchup is making sure that you don't allow this Tidehunter to have a free game, and they have already started that on the side of Hokori, so I think Monster is going to have a really rough time. I think RDO, yes, he won't be farming as fast as he will in the mid game if he had just gone for the stats flak build, but I think it's a worthy trade-off.
Yeah, he's going to go for the Chrysalis immediately after the power treads as well. Which, is a big single target damage, not as much as the flak, but quite a bit. That seems to be the most popular build right now. Treads straight into Chrysalis because it's like the most value damage item, followed by your Aghanim Scepter, which allows you to farm the map a lot faster. And then at that point, they decide whether they go into like a BKB Sanjin Yasha or straight into Daedalus if they need more damage. A lot of the time, they get a couple more things. A couple more items be going straight into like the bigger crit from the Chrysalis.
Hopefully they can get their comms situation figured out here as soon as we can get back into the game.
Dude, just use in-game cons. Come on.
All right, that's not a thing.
Or what about Steam group chat?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Steam group chat. We could
That's-
try doing the call for the cast over that if you'd like.
I've never heard of that in my life.
You're not familiar? There's like a Steam group. Oh god, I have a bunch of messages. I left my Discord on Do Not Disturb last night.
Oh, looks like we're back into the game. Let's go.
Just to be clear, if I call you
I think they've only got like 2 minutes
I
of
don't
pause
mean
time
it
left for the rest of this
literally.
game now on D2 Hustlers.
Denied.
One thing you have to keep in mind is after a disconnect like that, everybody's focus is gone. I don't know about you, Ricky, but I've got crippling ADHD.
I don't think I do, but at the same time, I do also struggle to keep my mind on the game. But Yuma top lane, not struggling at all, managing to pull Vitaly there underneath the tower. And they're turning back around with the tag team. A lot of damage dealt back onto Yadomi here.
Fortified their structures against attacks.
It's usually after long pauses like this that sometimes a couple people will lose focus. So I always look out for kills immediately afterwards. Mr. Jeans ends up getting zoned out of lane immediately after that happens. Moved back with his bounty rune. Top lane, Yuma tries to skewer Vitaly back to the tower, ends up missing that. Oh, no action, no blood, despite the fact that we sat there paused for almost 10 minutes.
Gardex trying to get aggressive on Divide Llama here. If he gets the Nightmare, he could potentially find the kill, but instead it ends up being a dive under the top tower with another tag team.
Yep, 2 points in that. It just becomes too easy to run people down, especially when you've got
Gardex
bonus
got
movement
the
speed.
Snapfire here,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's the kill.
nothing he's able to do on Divide Llama.
T back to the mid lane to refill his bottle. Classic.
Yeah. We
But-
call that the denim stitch job when you TP mid to assist Mr. Jeans and heal him up.
I see. Top
Yeah.
lane, Yuma not having the greatest time here. Only 19 CS versus the 21 on the Bloodseeker. And one thing, you do have is Empower to fall back on after the laning phase, but you don't really want this Bloodseeker farming this much, and right now he's just being forced to skewer out every time El Misho gets aggressive with this tag team. It's kind of a fault of the Abaddon pick here. It can't really
Yeah.
play aggressive at all.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, you've got a 20-second or 22-second cooldown on that one, 21-second cooldown on tag teams. The bottom lane, they end up losing Hokori, lose Gardic again on Hokori.
A nice little rotation there from Mr.
Yeah.
Jeans.
Yeah, and that's something that Void Spirit is a little bit better at, that Kanka's not going to be able to do. I'll put some pressure on this mid tower with the catapult, but I think you can only do like 300 damage or something like that to the tower by the time it goes down. Something like that. Didn't even get that last one off. Catapult died too soon. But yeah, Analog continuing to farm up. Just about hit 6 minutes. The first power rune's about to spawn. They don't rotate a support in for Mr. Jeans, but does end up getting lucky. Won the
Ooh.
50-50.
Skewer once again pulls Vitaly underneath the tower with the TP in from Mr. Jeans. They're going to really try and commit for the kill. 2 Astral Steps, and Vitaly,
For Dyer's middle
he's actually going to live. Remnant comes out, snipes him, but a huge X-Boat turns around onto the Void Spirit, trying to be saved by Yadomi, but Jeans dissimulates on down. What a move. But he may have brought his dancing shoes, but El Misho is going to try and chase him down here. Analog, how long on his next spell? It's going to be a torrent. Not even going to be necessary. They find the kill. 1-for-1 trade, but some space for Yuma's overall.
Yep. Now, I did think that he was going to pull like a next level play. All right, never mind. I stopped myself short because it's not ended yet. Yadomi about to go down.
He's looking for a skewer play here, but a really nice blood right. And that's going to be a kill. Snowball comes through. They're going to chase after the Magnus.
Yep, and he's got no wand, so not enough man to get out of this one with his skewer. He tries to switch to int boots, but it's not quite enough. He's a little bit short. Now he has enough mana.
I don't think it really matters. They just chased him down the whole time.
Did his best there. That's what matters.
Analog, a
Right.
fantastic choice to just stay top here and punish this. And
Yeah, and he comes-
Bane just got to soak some XP mid in the meantime, so that was a really good play by Hokori.
Yep. We'll get closer to his level 6, and batting comes up here one more time. They've got scan available. I think they realize that somebody's hiding up here. They get vision of him. Yodomi. Oh, no, no, no.
This is
Not
so
again.
rough. They're TPing in too. They want to try and maybe punish this aggression, but Yodomi already dead. Mr. Jeans, he's here. Astral Step comes out. They actually miss on everything. He wants Analog, but they don't have Vision behind the tower. Tidehunter even TPing in as well. Another boat comes through. Analog, he just runs away. Gush Mana finally comes through. No Ravage, but Monsters alone. They're not going to be able to punish this at all. They have no control. Now looking over for Vitali instead. Astral Step. There's going to be the Remnant, the Dissimulate, the damage. Is it enough as RDO ends up coming to the top lane? Mr. Jeans, yes, to Astral Step away, but he gets caught by an X into the call down. RDO gonna help pick down Mr. Jeans, and the Nightmare finds the Tidehunter. Vitali here as well. There's gonna be the Torrent. The Rocket Barrage makes quick work of the Tide as they trap him inside another Blood Right. It's a double kill for the Kunkka.
Kill after kill after kill up here in the top lane, and they couldn't manage to finish off anybody. Too much movement speed on Kunkka thanks to that boat. And I mean, if you open up the graph here, it's just littered with green dots and kills that D2 Hustlers found. They didn't end up getting the tower there, but it made things worse and worse. That whole time, Yuma barely farming either, has only just hit his level 6. He's got 3 points into the Empower, but he is not anywhere near as farmed as this Kunkka is after that killing spree that he just got. They lose another hero. Divine Llama down. Hokori looking good.
Yeah, really nice grab there in the jungle, and Yuma gets ruptured up, running back behind his tier 1 tower, and he's going to be okay. I mean, he's pretty dang tanky, but yeah, they have a really solid net worth lead right now.
3K now at only 9 minutes into the game. Pretty soon they're going to be ready to start taking towers, and they're able to play a fast lineup here with this gyrocopter. He's just about got his chrysalis, by the way, and he found himself a possessed mask as well. Things weren't easy enough already for him. So there's first tower of the game that they find. They get the top tier 1. They'll imagine just turn their eyes mid lane. Take that one, shrink the map here for D2 Hustlers, and if you're not taking stacks to this position 1 Magnus, you're gonna start falling behind the gyrocopter even more than you have already.
So they actually had to like double buy sentries here because he thought that like both of these camps were blocked on the triangle, or not, sorry, not the triangle, in the Dire jungle, but they were actually just body blocked by both El Misho and the Bane, and so they just waste 2 sentries. They're not gonna get the D ward on the high ground, and they're just not getting anything out of the map at the moment here.
It is so rough for them. All right, they do start to put some pressure on the bottom tier 1 tower, and I think that just with their positioning right now, they're not gonna be able to defend here on Hokori, but they're not looking to defend. They're looking to trade instead. They go mid with that catapult. They know that with Divine Llama and Monster down here, any sort of team fight they take, there's just gonna be too much damage between the.
Mr. Jeans has this arcane rune and was thinking about, you know, trying to make a play with it, but you can't against this Fiend's Grip from Bane. There'd be no one on his team there to save him. You'd have to have Yodomi on that Abaddon. They trade bottom for mid tower. Hokori gotta be pretty happy with the state of their game.
Yep. And they move back up. They see Monster. Again, Hooded Defiance does not make him an easy target to go on, but the Rupture at the very least
Triple
makes it so he
TP.
can't run too far.
They are going to just turn around with a big Ravage, catching them all. The question is, can they do it? Yuma gets the RP. They need the Mortimer Kisses, but they're not online yet. It's going to be a nice cookie to stun them up, though. Can they finish off Batali? Able to make it away. He gets level 6 now, looking for him in the trees, trying to burn him down, and they do. Fiend's Grip from Gardic. Going to be able to cancel that, and he's going to go down here in the process. The question is, can they find the Kunkka as well?
Oh my god, Analog, there's no way you get away from this, right?
He might. He needs to wait for the shockwave in 1 second. And the slow from that should be enough. Yodomi's going to find it. Ends up being a 4-0. A fantastic hold there from the side of D2 Hustlers. A little bit too much aggression from Hokori.
Yeah, they had no business going
Hey,
on
El
that tier
Misho's
2
caught
at
out
that
too.
point.
Snowball comes through. In comes Vitali. Nice Blood Ride and skewers them out. They're going to be able to dodge the Blood Ride on them all. Divine Llama, the one falling incredibly low now. Nice Nightmare onto the Abaddon, chasing after Mr. Jeans. He's got an Astral Step available. Yodomi going to pop that borrowed time. And a rupture onto Mr. Jeans. He's got a 20-stick wand. I don't think he's going to make it out of here, though. He needs to wait out the rupture, but he can't do it. They manage to tunnel him down. They find the kill. Divine Llama underneath the tower gets chopped down by Vitali as well. And what was once a great fight there for the side of D2 Hustlers just snowballing back the other way as they're going to find the Tidehunter in the mid lane as well. Triple kill goes the way of RDO's Gyrocopter.
Yeah. I mean, just as you have a glimmer of hope on D2 Hustlers Hokori, they rip it back away from you, finding all those kills. At the very least, Yuma's still up and getting closer to his Blink Dagger. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage himself, but Gyrocopter edging towards his egg and him Scepter. At that point, the game starts to get very difficult. I don't know, man. They turned that one around on them pretty quickly as they went a bit too far. That kill onto the Tusk it was.
Yeah, they managed to pull what was once like a 4K gold lead down to just about 3, and now it's right back where it was before.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think they'll make that same mistake that they did before, going for the top 2 tower. A bit too aggressive there on Hokori, like you mentioned.
Especially with Ravage, right? It's going to be off cooldown again. You got Mortimer Kisses to immediately follow up that fight, and the last one, Divine Llama, didn't get it until after they found a first kill. But yeah, you can't afford to get multi-man Ravaged into RPs here. And this is the name of the game for D2 Hustlers. Like, they love picking these big team fights. And if you allow them to like find these in the fights, like, you end up just getting punished for it.
Yeah, I mean, committing on to Tidehunter when he's got a Defiance, he has no Blink Dagger underneath his own tower. Was just asking for trouble there. And just setting up the initiation for him, and they were more than happy to take that fight on D2 Hustlers. So things will change, but again, using this opportunity to farm, create a network advantage here on Hokori is exactly what they want, especially once this Aghanim Scepter gets completed on the gyro, like I was mentioning earlier. Mr. Jeans on the Void Spirit is not too pleased if he doesn't get the chance to fight, and he is going to get out-farmed by the Kunkka at this rate. He hasn't had the best game, but the recovery kill that the recovery kills that got in the top lane at least narrowed out the XP advantage they were starting to get.
Well, they managed to find El Misho here, but nice dodge from him for the moment. Snowball's going to come through. He ends up dodging out the Remnant, but finally gets pulled back in. Mr. Jean's going to find the kill there. Going for this first item, Kaya. He's going for the Kaya Sange. We don't typically see that right away on the Void Spirit. I feel like that's something that comes later, right? Oh, mid lane. Vitali really far forward. I'm sorry, was that a... Oh, it's pig mode. I was like, why is there a Hex? Tidehunter. Ruptured up, but quite tanky. Pops that barrier. He's going to be all right. Dude, they really need to give that a different sound.
Vitali, absolutely.
For the twins.
What sound do you want? I couldn't...
Just
noise?
just make it squeal or something. I don't know. Yuma top lane getting chased down by El Misho. Nice Blood Right set up as well. He's quite tanky though, and they do not see the rest of the heroes from D2 Hustlers. So they're gonna back off.
Yeah. Can you try giving a squealing noise for Valve as like a sample clip, Ricky?
I'll think about it. I'll consider it.
Come on. Try one out right now.
No.
The viewers want it. They're begging for it.
No, I don't think anyone is actually asking for that, Neph. We'll see. We'll see.
I am.
maybe we'll look back at the bot and see if they are actually asking for it. But I can't imagine that anybody's trying to get a pig squeal right now.
I'd love. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna stop. They smoke up now on D2 Hustlers. They're gonna look for a kill here. They have all their ultimates available. They're feeling pretty powerful. Blink Dagger completed on Yuma as well. I mean, even a 2-man RP off onto El Misho and Analog here would be big. He's not quite got his Blink Dagger done on El Misho.
Gonna pop their smoke. They actually don't quite see them yet. In mid lane, tier 1 tower fortification comes out. Blood Right doing a little bit of damage here, but Yuma doesn't manage to grab El Misho there behind the tower. And with that, they're just gonna go ahead and focus this down. They see the Kunkka showing bottom, so you know they're not trying to fight anymore. And this is what you have to do on the side of Hokori. You can't fight 5v5 into the side of D2 Hustlers, right?
Yeah. Not with the. I mean, you can end up getting a farm advantage over them, but you're gonna need like several items. They're going for the BKB and then the Daedalus and the Gyrocopter. At that point, you'll be able to take a fight against them. It's mostly dispel damage outside of Yuma, and I don't think you'll be able to press them down. Again, I think the big item this game is going to be like Satanic Paladin's run for Gyrocopter. When I looked at everything, I ran the numbers in my head. You got a pretty good chance of getting Paladin Sword as a tier 3 neutral item, so I figured Hokori would win this game.
I actually just smoked up as 5 here on the side of Hokori. They picked up the BKB here on the Kunkka. They're going to be able to find Mr. Jeans, but Dissimulate, buy him some space. Monster wants to go in. The Ravage comes out, connecting onto 3. Mortimer Kisses is just going to annihilate the Bane. Boat being tanked here by a Bat, and not a great start to the fight here for Hokori, but they managed to find Yuma on the backside, but he just skewers El Misho out of the existence, and Tidehunter just closed off, brought down. He's pretty much committed all his spells, though, and El Misho gonna bite the dust as well. Blink RP still available. Boat buff starting to go down. There it is, the RP. It managed to only catch the Kunkka, though. The Cookie 4, they all get silenced in the Blood Right. It's just a triple kill for RDO, and now Vitali chasing after Yuma. You gotta get the gyro in these RPs. You can't let it just be the Kunkka. And he grabs an Ultra.
Yeah. RDO, despite not having vision there, I guess saw the RP coming, doubled back instead of getting too close to the Kunkka in that fight, and that's what ended up winning it for them. RDO, without the lockdown for him, he just has a free game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They end up getting a 3-man Blood Right on the reinitiation there, right? So like he blinks over the Blood Right to try and jump on top of him. The rest of the team's like, all right, I guess we'll go in, right? But they just also catch a Blood Right. The flak and the Aghanim's damage coming in from the gyro just cleans them up so fast. So
yeah,
well done there from the side of Hokori. And like you said, they needed these like extra items on their heroes to be able to take these fights into D2 Hustlers, and it looks like it's working. They're online.
BKB done on the Gyrocopter. Fighting into him is going to be so difficult. I don't think with just the Black King bar, it's enough damage. When he's got the Black King bar, your RP isn't going to be enough damage to bring down the Gyrocopter. At this point, he's going to have a pretty easy game. And especially with this Aegis that he's now picked up. I think they're just going to run down the mid lane here. They know Brow is still on cooldown. RP still on cooldown. All right, never mind. He's heading top. He's a coward on RDO. I mean, smart farmer.
I think they want to get top lane pushed in, right? Recontrol the triangle and then go for outposts after tier 2. So it makes sense that they start pushing this top lane. The mid lane, the tier 2 is going to be a lot more difficult to get.
I'm worried about North America's last hope monster here, man. I mean, I did predict Hokori winning this one, but I don't want to see my boy fail.
And RDO up onto the tier 2 top. The rest of the team trying to scout rotations and gonna make quick work of this tower, just as expected. That's gonna be an immediate outpost, and you can start looking for mid tower at this point, or you could even just smoke up right into your own jungle and try and find a kill. Monster in the mid lane isn't a bad find, and it's gonna be the X into Torrent, just trying to harass Monster. Actually mistimes it slightly.
What can you do? But yeah, we're finally making a move down here the mid lane. Without the Gyrocopter, they're not going to be able to actually pressure the tower, but it looks like RDO wants to harass Mr. Jeans. You're never actually going to get your hands on this guy. He's just going to be able to dissimulate off this missile when it comes in. All right, he lets it hit him. Surprising.
Well, they're losing more and more of their map. They just get aggressive into the triangle, seeing Mr. Jeans top, and just going to clean that one up. And now that Gyro has the mid lane tower under siege, it should be pretty rough for them to defend here on the side of D2 Hustlers. I don't think you want to commit the fort for this. You got to save it for the high ground, right?
Yeah. They lose the tower there, and I mean, all they've got is their bottom outer towers left. I imagine they're just going to make a beeline down there. Gyrocopter more than happy to clean up one last wave. Daedalus is completed. He's got Brigand's Blade as well. And the only thing he's missing is a tier 3 neutral item that he's not going to need for another 5 minutes. 8,300 net worth right now on the Gyrocopter. 6k net worth advantage overall for Hokori. And Yuma still very far away from his crit. I mean, he's got his BKB completed now, and you know, same logic applies. But you've all these BKB piercing disables. You've got Rupture, which is going to keep you in place. You've got Bane, Fiend Script coming out onto you. I don't think your BKB is going to be enough to take this fight into the gyrocopter at this point.
Yeah, not at all. And they're just feeling so confident on the side of Hokori. Like D2 Hustlers kind of at a loss right now, trying to figure out where they can even be on the map. Mid lane gonna get cut here by Divine Llama. Very smart of him. Has the shard actually, which makes quick work of these waves. And top tier 1 will end up falling to Mr. Jeans and Yuma. That DD rune getting put to good use. And Yuma, I mean, he's got his own BKB. Mr. Jeans has the Kaya Sand, looking to get towards that Aghanim Scepter. And the Ags will be a huge power boost for the Void Spirit damage-wise, but...
I mean, I think the biggest part of the Aghanim Scepter is being able to get onto the back line and disable Bane before he's able to cast any of his abilities in the team fight. That's
and the Tusk,
the
right? Snowball is super
yeah.
frustrating to deal with.
Yeah, the same.
Smoke's gonna get popped. They find Divine Llama. He's not making it out of that one. I mean,
back up.
that was your smoke gank, and it did only net you the position 4, so it could be worse. But Gardic trying to find Yadomi here, and oh,
No,
he
Gardic,
accidentally
what are you
nightmares
doing?
himself.
Oh no! Oh no! Your courier.
All right, Yadomi getting the most out of what he's doing right now. Imagine he gets Kunkka's courier. All right, it's not gonna happen, but like imagine if it did. Just imagine it, Neff.
Yeah.
Yadomi doing a big run and circle. Oh, steal the rune. Oh, he doesn't get it. That'd have been.
That's what he was trying to go for there. That's why he was playing around that spot.
You know what? Shout out to Yadomi. That's a funny play. Wasting a little bit of time there.
He killed the courier that had 3,000 gold of items on it.
Wait, who's courier?
That was Vitaly's. You know, he had his Aghanim Scepter on Vitaly. Yeah.
That is okay. 100% worth. Wow,
So
I love
might
that these network like the graph freezes is you open either the items menu or the graphs menu.
Yeah. Are you remembering to refresh it every so often?
Yeah, I mean it's just so funny that it freezes if you ever open them. Just like a super weird bug.
My dad, John Val, will fix that one pretty quickly.
Any relation to Valve Studios?
Yes, believe it or not.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
I got banned from RuneScape when I was younger for saying my dad was John Jagex, or a staff impersonation.
That's what you get, Neff.
I'm a dangerous criminal.
How could you, man?
I mean, it was a complete joke. Like, as a kid, I got punished for it. Where's the sense of humor, man?
You still haven't learned your lesson.
No, here I am.
How many times do they have to teach you this, old man?
Here I am at 26 making the same awful joke.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
All right. State of the game. Bloodseeker, his courier is going to be up in another 20 seconds. I imagine they'll wait for the next Roche before pushing on Hokori. You might as well. You've got them locked into the base right now. You're slowly increasing your network lead, but they take this opportunity to go for a smoke gank, and they'll find Vitaly.
Yeah, not a bad find here indeed. Right into a remnant and a quick kill. Without much of a commitment either. Like, they don't have to actually pop much of anything. Do you Ravage this? No, they don't want to risk it. Okay, they want to hold Ravage.
I mean, Gyrocopter is going to be your main target. You want to get your first initiation off onto him with the Ravage. Follow up with a RP. Speaking of, we're almost at that 27-minute mark. Almost have the Satanic done on the Gyrocopter. If you get that Paladin Sword alongside it, then it is just going to be over. The pieces are coming together here, Ricky.
They are indeed. Yuma did pick up his own Chrysalis now, so
He's got some damage.
a lot more damage. He actually gonna optimize. He's going for the Iascati. I'm a little bit curious. I was expecting him to go for like the Silver Edge, but he feels like he needs that Iascati to deal with this Gyrocopter, going for this Satanic. Like, he's gonna have this online very fast. Actually, it's completed.
Yeah, he does need... Oh, wait, no. Paladin Sword on the wrong
Matt.
side. Wrong team. So close. But yeah, you very much do need that Iascati deal with the Gyrocopter. Otherwise, there's going to be way too much heal coming out from him. You also have the 50% slow onto the Gyro. So as long as you're able to get on top of him, he is not getting away from you.
Agents of the void.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Try to
under
find something with this 27-minute timing smoke.
Smoke comes out,
Oh.
pops, Yadomi. He's like,
gonna get away.
See ya. He makes it out.
Yeah.
Devi Llama
Yeah, we're
sitting on the other high ground. He's like, I wanted that now. He's like, he just wanted to snipe the missile for money. That was pretty funny. Oh, they found what they thought was a real Void Spirit. Ends up being an illusion, but maybe El Misho that manages to find Devi Llama on the backside should make it into the base. He's got a Blink Dagger at this point.
Yep. He's getting out. But again, clearing the map right now. Probably going to try to clear out any sort of wards from D2 Hustlers. Secure Roche Pit. Go in for the Roche, and then end the game. They don't have any more of the tier 2 neutral items yet either. And Paladin Sword, Titan Sliver, Elven Tunic, all be great pickups on the Gyrocopter. I find a Blast Rig and a Ceremonial Robe on D2 Hustlers. The Blast Rig is pretty good.
It's a pretty good Blast Rig game. If he goes in on like Void Spirit and just like instantly blinds the gyro, not bad.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, he's got the Dispel from Satanic and from BKB, which makes it a little bit difficult, but forcing him to pop that would at the very least be decent.
Bottom lane, Yuma tries to go for the tower, but predicted by Gardic as everybody's TPing in, and Magnus, he's gonna pay for this one.
Yeah.
Looking for more. El Misho finds Devi Llama. That's the second rupture out. He tries to get the tower. It leaves at 22 HP. Yadomi trying to TP out, and he will make it out just on the other side of the trees there. A little bit of greed coming through from D2 Hustlers as it gets punished very heavily.
Yep. Hokori was
Oh no, this ancient stack. Are they gonna find it? No, okay, they won't. Monster's gonna be able to clean this up.
try to get Mr. Jeans here. They box him in. He's dissimulate up in 1 second. Gonna be able to hop out now, but no, they can't catch him. He's gonna be able to get away. One thing to note is when Gyrocopter is in the middle of clearing up agents when you TP to the bottom lane, so they're actually missing their quickening charm inside the Radiant Triangle.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Gold for
And
my
if, do you notice that Gyrocopter did not find a Paladin Sword?
They haven't gotten all their new.
Yeah, they have.
Oh,
They have
they
all
did.
5 now.
Oh no no no! No Titan Sliver, no Paladin Sword, no Elven Tunic.
He's got spider legs, though.
This is a disaster. They lost. Come on, at least give them one of those 3 items.
They're gonna smoke up here on the side of D2 Hustlers, it seems, after Yuma clears this top wave. There it is. They're heading out of the base. They want to fight. They got the Ravage. Also, everything else completed. El Misho hiding in the trees. Yadomi just walks up. His smoke gets popped. They're gonna find yeah, great plays here from the side of Hokori, just botching this smoke attempt. Now Kunk on the backside. He's gonna find Yuma. He's got a he blinks out, dodge at the time being. Can they actually reinitiate here on the side of D2 Hustlers? That's the question. They're gonna find Monster in the, in the river with a with the rupture, and there's just nothing he can do. He just ravages nothing. It's on cooldown neph for 150 seconds.
North America's last hope. The man made a mistake.
They go right in. I mean, he could have had buyback and fought Roche, and now there's nothing.
Oh no. Second Aegis. Now it doesn't even look like it matters. They didn't pick up Paladin Sword here. 10k net worth advantages. There's your Aegis.
But his fate will only
And
to rise again.
who's gonna take the Aghanim Shard? Kunka's got it picked up for now. Who's he trying to pass it to? He's gonna take it for himself? I mean, Tidal Wave is very good. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he just takes it. 75 mana for a disposition ability with a 12-second cooldown. And yeah, they go right up to the high ground here. Gyrocopter just feels impossible to take down. They've got BKB on the Magnus, but again, you're trying to outdamage this Gyrocopter. He's got 3,500 HP right now.
They X'd the gyro. I don't think Yuma saw that. They just pull him back immediately, preventing that skewer.
Dire's top tower
He's
is under attack.
forced to get back for now. I mean, you could just move into the jungle here, clear up a neutral camp after popping a Satanic, or wait for the creeps to come back up before using it. He'll be back up to full no time at all. Yeah, he's gonna wait for the creeps.
Another rupture onto Monster. He needs help. They're gonna be able to skewer in the gyro. He's actually up to full HP. Like we were talking about, thanks to that satanic, pops the BKB. The second rupture onto Monster once again, and trying to keep himself alive. He ends up going down. Buyback available on him. Gonna be committed already on the Snapfire. They smoke up. They want to go in. They're looking for Mr. Jeans.
We've got 5 seconds
protection protecting him for the moment. They're X'd up on the gyro again. They're waiting it out.
He's got satanic again though.
There it is. Yuma's got him. Pulls him into the tier 3s, and they will find that first kill. No Ravage available on Monster, but they've got a BKB. They've got the RP into the Mortimer Kisses. They actually just push him to the fountain, but it's just short. Pulls him in. Can they do it? There it is. Gyro goes down without buyback for 100 seconds. Neph, they've got the Bloodseeker as well.
They're pulling everybody into the fountain. It's a party.
This is not a party you want to be invited to if you are on the side of Hokori. Monster now looking for Analog. With Mr. Jeans in pursuit, they might be able to find this kill. He can't TP.
Got it.
They've got vision of him the whole time, and Yuma trying to cut this off. He's gonna throw another tidal wave. They blink over it. The gush comes out, and Jeans gonna be forced to BKB.
No, North America's last hope. He wastes another.
Wait, did he ravage again?
Yeah, he tried to ravage him as he was TPing out in the trees.
My lord.
But he's BKB'd.
No one saw
rough.
it. I didn't even see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, it didn't happen. Those tips came out there for no reason at all. I'm not even sure why. We'll have the admin investigate that one. It could be collusion or something like that. All right. But that last team fight, managing to pull the gyrocopter into the fountain, I think was the only way you're going to be able to get him. When he popped his satanic, the towers were just the right distance away from him. His flak ended up hitting like the tier 4s there, or his side gunner. So he wasn't healing up off of it at all.
Oh, Gardic. Found here for the moment. Mr. Jeans rotating in and no TP available. Double Resonant Pulse finds the kill. I mean, they're getting some map pressure back out here on the side of D2 Hustlers, just trying to farm this back up, but they're not getting objectives. All right, this gyrocopter was dead for 100 seconds, now has buyback, but it doesn't feel like they're getting enough.
No. Another 2 minutes. We'll see tier 4 neutral items drop. A little bit unlucky in the gyrocopter with the last tier. Spider legs are okay, but he needs to be able to stand his ground and fight right now in RDO, and spider legs aren't really going to help him do that too much. He's also working on the Silver Edge right now, which is going to be pretty big against the Tide Hunter. Being able to break that Kraken shell, you'll be able to keep him stun locked.
As well as killing the Abaddon, right?
Yeah.
If he doesn't get the auto pop on borrowed time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
Get the jump off into Yuma.
Looking for Yuma in the mid lane. The rupture comes out. No. He's got a TP immediately. Will he be able to make it? Oh, the torrent. He has a BKB and an RP still available. He's gonna have to use it. The rupture number 2 comes through. Oh no, Yuma can't escape. Well played by Vitali here. And you managed to find Mr. Jeans for the moment. He's silenced up. He's not going to be able to dissimulate out of this one. The damage, a lot being absorbed by these creeps, but they jump forward, able to get the saves there thanks to Yadomi, and they bought back on the Magnus for this. Divine Llama comes in, stunning up Analog, the team. Can they actually close the gap? Mortimer Kisses comes through, but there's gonna be the Blood Ride signs. They just turn around on RDO. He gets the kill. That's gonna be a dieback. Yadomi trying to make it out. Rupture onto Monster. He doesn't have mana for Ravage. He can Soul Ring. Is it gonna be enough? Monster, you gotta do something here, sir. He just goes down. RP at the tier 4's Gyrocopter trying to be saved, but he's got the heals coming through. Can they find the kill? They do. Mr. Jeans managed to take him down once again. His buyback is available, but he is all alone. Yuma, he's got to get back into this fight. Simulate for the moment once again. Can they bring down Vitali? He is just too dang fast. Analog boat off the mark, but he's by himself at the base. He's able to just grab that kill real quick onto this Baden. Analog, no way he makes it out of this one.
He's trying. At the very least, he stalls for a little bit of time, so I don't think they're gonna be able to find any objectives off this one though when the gyrocopter is dead. And no, buybacks were forced there out of Yuma. You lose him again, I think it's going to be game over. Roshan gonna respond in the next 2 minutes and 16 seconds as well. So that's gonna be the next major timing for these two teams. So against all odds, I mean, Yuma's managing to hold. He's doing a great job on this Magnus, but It's definitely an uphill struggle. This gyrocopter feels so strong, like a mountain you're trying to overcome.
Yeah, he needs this Daedalus, and then it feels like he also needs status resistance in this game to try and reduce the amount of time that these ruptures are on him. Because one of the things with Magnus is you're such a mobile hero. You rely on these skewers to reposition, and if you just get ruptured, that entire part of your team fight is just over.
Yeah.
He grabs level 25. He ends up taking the cleave damage. That's a little bit. I've seen him sometimes go for the RP stun duration. You grab a timeless relic as well. Probably going to go the way of Mr. Jeans here. Well, he actually has spell prism. Maybe not. My guess would probably just be Snapfire or Tidehunter then. That's going to be Snapfire. She actually almost has her Ags.
That's going to be big for these team fights. If nothing else, it's an amazing save. A lot of time you see Aetherlands picked up immediately after. That timeless relic is going to make Snapfire a little bit scary in these team fights. Penta Edge Sword now found on both teams. I'm surprised
looking for the
Gyrocopter
leveler
doesn't
now.
take it. Yeah, he does take it. Actually, no, he throws it back to base and hold on to the spider legs. Penta Edge Sword will probably go the way of Kanka for the extra damage, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, who is working on his Silver Edge. He doesn't need this completed. I mean, it is such a huge boost you get just for the recipe.
This ward is scouting everything they want to do here on the side of D2 Hustlers, and they're actually just smoking right over. If Mr. Jeans gets caught, there's the rupture. He's got to dissimulate. Astral step number 1 dissimulates even further, but he gets pulled back from the X. They managed to catch him.
You have to jump on the ground. All right, they see it.
They trade
pick it
1
up on
for
the
1
ground.
as they got the Tusk.
Yeah.
But that high ground ward paying dividends.
And now they'll probably move their way over around the pit. If they get a quick respawn, it's going to be very big for Hokori. Let's see it. 2 seconds. 30-second respawn for Roche. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Hokori fan.
Trying to get him out of here on a bat, and RDO's just chasing after him with these boots. They actually gets pulled into a Ravage. Can they bring it down the RP? Gyro's gone! What a call there. Sorry comes out from RDO. He thought, there's no way I get punished for this. Boy, was he wrong.
Yeah. That's the
Mr.
exact
Jeans
same-
finds Vitali as well. And that DD rune doing some big damage here, as that's a dead Bloodseeker. Him without the buyback in neph. Roche is up. Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher. The best possible scenario here for the side of D2 Hustlers.
Yeah, you are very happy about that refresher shot. You've got a chance in this game now.
No RP, no Ravage, though. The Gyro can buy back for this. They will know that this is happening. Mr. Jeans still has a little bit of time on this DD. There's going to be the buyback. They've got to burst it down. I don't feel like you can wait any longer. Can they do it, though? The boat's coming through. And it's going to be the Ghost Ship Fleet. They send in Mr. Jeans. They stun him up, but there it is. Aegis, Cheese, everything on the ground. That just gets picked up. Feeds grip. Yuma goes down. That's a dieback. Yadomi, not long for this world either, as RDO just standing right on top of him. Just gets a double kill.
Now, Mr. Jeans already trying to stem the bleeding. He goes to mid lane, tries to start cutting, but top lane already shoved in the base. He made a smart move here. Mid lane, actually, they're trying to commit onto the Tusk.
That would have been a very nice play, but yeah, X into the Torrent, a dissimulate in 1. Gonna give him a little bit of time. Might be able to pick off El Misho, and he does. Wasting the time of the Kunkka, but like you said, they're already in the mid lane. RDO just trying to clean this up. Gobble up as well. A lot of damage coming through, but he's still got the Satanic. Oh, gets wasted for a moment, but Side Gunner will regen him to top. And without Yuma's Magnus, I don't think you can hold any longer. The RP skewers has been really your only way to protect your high ground, and RDO working on the tier 4s. They smoke up deep in the base. Mr. Jeans, he needs to be able to find some big kills here. Going with the Simulate, he finds Gardic on the Bane. He blows him up, but he's all alone. Rupture comes out. Yadomi goes in. The BKBs, they're just focusing the throne. They don't care. Hokori gonna grab game 1.
Seeing the opportunity, knowing without the Magnus there, they weren't going to be able to pick off the Gyrocopter. Such a huge kill onto him, forcing him to buy back in the Roche, but they managed to get the kill onto Roche there in D2 Hustlers. I mean, that refresher shard might have been able to win them the game, but Gyrocopter, he was way too strong this time around. They put up a hell of a good fight. I don't think they had any business coming back to the game the way they almost did on D2 Hustlers. But, you know, he's pretty insane on this hero. Yuma, as soon as he got that Silver Edge completed, the comboed up that single Ravage there from Monster, who had a pretty rough game himself and just about brought it back. Still, sick performance out of Vitaly. Gardic doing pretty good as well, but RDO, absolute beast on this Gyrocopter today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of his best heroes, and the Gyrocopter, something that's been very successful so far in the tournament, and for good reasons. We see it here once again, just going 16-3-7. A good attempt, though, from D2 Hustlers, not tapping out when things looked pretty rough. And they're going to force, obviously, they're going to try and force a game 3 if possible, but Hokori after that one, going to be feeling really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm very excited for this one of these last 2 games that we have today. Only 2. This is only a 3rd game that we've had. Today has been incredibly short. We're looking to see a max of 2 more games coming out here. Hopefully, D2 Hustlers are able to put up a little bit more fight. They might have been holding back a little bit. Monster, the last hope out of North America. Certainly, he's got more to show than this, right?
Maybe not. Hokori could just be the better team today, and we'll see what happens here after the break, everyone. So stay tuned for more on the Beyond the Summit. This is the Pro Series season number 8. We'll see you in a bit.